Everyone, this is Desmond, and welcome to this mini course. So you're here probably because you want to make viral reels for a SaaS, and I'm going to share everything I know on how I make reels for my SaaS. So I'm gonna just show you the results of my reels so that you know that I'm not lying. This is my mobile apps. It's called Rise. This is a habit app, and then the reels that it got, the most viral one is up to 13.8 million views. Yeah, so this is the one. And there's also other file reels. Another one is almost 1 million view with almost 50K people asking for the links. And then, yeah, this is the Google Analytics dashboard. And from Instagram alone, we have more than 35K visitors. And yeah, all from Instagram. So right, chapter 0. The things that you have to know about when making reels. The first thing is that you have to know that I use shorts to encapsulate these three platforms: Instagram Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts. They are all short form videos. And I use Shorts to encapsulate them because they are basically the same thing. They have the same platform logic. You can repost the same content that you make on Instagram to other platform. That's how I do it. But the repurposing without twerking something don't usually work well. For me, my other content on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts doesn't work as well as on Instagram because the algorithm prefer different kind of content. For example, for Reels, it accepts more kind of diverse kind of content, entertainment, educational content, or like other kinds of sort of videos. It is the most diverse type of algorithm in terms of shorts. And there's no specific culture that it prefer because it didn't ban other regions like India and Hong Kong, just like TikTok did. So that's why it leads to that TikTok is more US cultural centered. It's more US culture based. So that a lot of things that could go viral are more inclined to the US audience. So that's the thing. If you're not based in US, it is particularly harder to go viral on TikTok. That's my observation. And for YouTube Shorts, it's more localized to your language so that you are inclined to see more shorts that are recorded by your local influencers or accounts. And it favors more kind of face videos, which means that if you have faceless videos, maybe you make insane edits without showing your face, then you're less likely to go viral, and it is more entertainment focused. But these are all just my speculations from making so many shots. Yep. So this is the very basic concept that you have to know before proceeding. All right. So on chapter 1, I'm going to talk about what it takes to go viral. What makes a reel or what makes a short went viral. So the thing is, if you find this chapter difficult to understand, you can skip this because it doesn't matter a lot if we go to the next chapter. We're going to talk about more hands-on strategies. But this is more about like a overview or like breaking down the concepts and theories behind what makes a reel viral. And that's just my take. So yeah, as highlighted here, you can see shorts is all about culture and subculture. Culture here doesn't just means like race or nationalities. It means like a more generic way of seeing life. It's your life experience or like the things that you perceive as a human being. That is culture. And that's the nature of short video. It can represent a lot of stuff. It's not like a full YouTube video where you expect like a lot of value packed together. Short is all about attention and attention that resonates to your culture. And then subculture here means that it doesn't also doesn't have a very strict definition. What I here means is like a certain niche of living in your daily lives. For example, gym is a subculture. Memes is a subculture. Internet itself is also a subculture. Hard to understand, right? That's normal. And the thing is, it is hard to engineer culture. That's what makes you very hard to find a real set to go viral because you can't engineer culture. It's a very fake terms. And that's why for other marketing channels like SEO, like ads or cold email, you can all done programmatically, automatically, or through algorithm because you can calculate something. But culture, you cannot calculate culture. Unless one day there's a deep learning model that can predict what will replicate the most viral reels. And that will take a lot of GPUs. Anyways. So yeah, that's the end of at the end of the day, short is not about supply and demand. It's more about attention and resonation from the mass. And that's what makes it so hard to make viral reels because you have to be part of the mass to make viral reels to resonate with those people. But the mass don't bother to create content; they just want to consume. And that's also makes like shorts. That's a funny thing. High school students or like university students, teenagers, they make so many viral reels. They are so good at making viral reels because they're so into the culture and subcultures of society. And us who need viral reels to promote our SaaS, we are away from the mass already. So that's the thing. And that leads to three things. If you want to make viral shots, understand these three things. The first one is understand very well about your target audience. What do they do? What page or account do they follow? What posts or reels do they like? Understand the culture. And the second thing is, what kind of culture and subculture do they like? Do they like watching memes or what kind of memes? Anime, gym, what kind of subcultures like gaming? What kind of stuff that do they enjoy doing? That is a culture that they would resonate with. And what is the biggest viral account that they're following right now? Yeah, you have to figure out that. And if you can answer these three questions, congratulations, you are very close to getting viral. Hello. So yeah, this chapter is about how Reels works. It's not about like the algorithm explain perspective, but it's more on how does it work to like how do you go viral? Like how what should you expect when you are playing the Reels game? So this picture first. This picture, move my face first. Yeah. So this picture, basically the key thing is this line. This line is luck. You are not guaranteed to go viral. It's not like pay ads. It's not like these marketing channels that if you have some input, you have some output. Reels doesn't work this way. You have luck that would like constrain your output. So if all you did is just inputting time, that's your only parameters or variables into this function, your output would be doomed because luck would constrain your output. So don't use time as your only variables. Instead, use this content approach tested. I will explain what is content approach later, but the idea is you can, if you're running a Reels account or a Shorts account, there's 100 types of content, kind of content that you can make, okay? And each of them have a slight difference. So you have to figure out which content approach work best for your SaaS. So if you are willing to do this and test a lot of different content approach, then in the beginning, your curve will still goes like this, flat. But until you find your first viral reels, everything will change. You will suddenly break through the luck barrier because that's the bottleneck that constrains your probability of going viral. But once you got your first viral reels, you can break through this. But if luck is still here, right? Why would you suddenly go up? That's luck, right? You still have a certain percentage of going viral. But if you can continue to test content approach, about 25 different content approach, you can break through this. All right. And if you want to ask why is 25, so this is the idea. Among all the content approach that you can test, right? That's 20% of them have the ability. No, that's 20% of them fit your SaaS. Some content approach doesn't fit your SaaS at all. If you're working on a B2B SaaS, memes might not work for you a lot. That's an exceptional case, but usually it doesn't work well. But but there's some content approach that works exceptionally well. You have to test to figure out them, and after you find those fit approach, you still have to test a lot of things so that you can go viral. So there's another 20%. So only 4%, around 4% of your content could go viral. So that's 25. And then after breaking through by your first viral reels, you would suddenly go up. Your videos would go viral very easily because you have breakthrough the algorithm. The algorithm knows that you can make something that your audience want to watch. So the algorithm will push your content to more people, and the reels that you make later will also be benefit. But you are never guaranteed to go viral every single day, right? So there's this line, algorithm risk. You are never meant to break through this algorithm risk. So even how exceptionally well you do, this is the maximum of percentage that you can go viral. But this is already a lot. That is huge. So that's the thing. Test your content approach. So that's the basic idea of how the Reels game works. Find your first viral as soon as possible. That's the starter goal. And this is a meme that I make, and I think it basically tells what is the value of making Reels. It doesn't just brings you more website visitors. Like through this meme, I got a lot of more website visitors, but it also got more visitors for my later Reels. So it's snowballing. Right. So this is chapter 2. Hello there. So, hi there. So, chapter 3 is about the algorithm. So, how does the algorithm works? Nobody knows unless you work in Instagram. But this is my hypothesis. So, the first thing is there's two types of things that will affect your Reels distribution. Content variables is everything that you can control. The video, the caption, the audio, the hashtag, and all the audience interest. This is the thing that you can select before posting, but this shit doesn't matter, all right? It doesn't matter for me at least, so I won't bother to work on this. And then there's performance metrics. That is something that you can control. At least a lot of part you can control. That is your watch time, your replay number of replays, which correlates with your watch time, and likes, share, comment, save, and impression. That is basically also your watch time. And then yeah, and also account reach maybe it's also a performance metrics, but it doesn't matter to that point anymore. So among all these things that would affect your distribution, these two matters the most. The video matter the most, of course, because it's short form video in the end, right? And then you have to make good videos. That's the thing. Your videos can be crappy, but there's some kind of content approach like memes that accept low quality or videos that doesn't take you a lot of efforts to edit. I will talk about content approach later. And then caption. Caption, it matters, but it also doesn't really matters. But it matters in terms of our content strategies or content approach. If your content approach is to ask the people to read the caption, then the caption matters exceptionally. If it doesn't really matter. You can put down gibberish there. Like there's these days some caption that says the Mercedes CLG is blah 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 ChatGPT generated shit, and the video doesn't matter. It has no correlations with that caption. It can still go viral. So caption doesn't really matter. Audio matters because this is what people would experience. They hear the audio that they are listening to. They feel happy. That they like. They feel happy. So audio also matters. Use trendy audio. Hashtags and audience interest, I don't think it really matters. But hashtags in the beginning, if you don't have much followers, it tells you algorithm what kind of accounts I should distribute your shops to. So it also matters. And yeah, among all these, watch time matters the most. I'll explain why. So these are two videos that I made that went the most viral for me. And then, hold on. Right, so this one, it is 12 second long, and then it got 10-second average watch time, which is about 80% people watch the whole ass video. This is crazy because normally the average watch time is about 20% or 30%. And then because this go viral, so the algorithm knows that people like this and they will push this to everyone. And the same for this one. Oh shit. I opened it, the sound. Anyways, yeah, so the same for this one. This video, 12 seconds. And the video doesn't even have 12 seconds. It only has 8 seconds. So people watch one more time. Because in this video, there's a joke, there's a script. So that people are incentivized to watch again to understand the joke. So yeah, you have to optimize for watch time. And so if your watch time can skyrocket, your distribution skyrocket. That's the biggest correlation for Reels. Hey everyone, so this is chapter 4, finding the right content approach for a SaaS. There's one thing I forgot to talk about in chapter 3, while explaining the Reels algorithm, is that don't buy followers or ask all your friends to follow you. That's related to the algorithm because imagine if you just post a Reel and the Reels algorithm, it would try to reach people who might be interested in your content and send this Reel to them to see if they engage. If they engage at a certain level, then the algorithm will think, okay, some people like this. Let me try to push to more people. Oh, these people also like it. Push to these people. Oh, these people don't like it. I must stop. So you stop getting traction. And if you don't have any followers, you will still get some organic tractions in the beginning. That is like a beginner bonus. And then if they push to someone and they like it, then they will push to other people. So if you ask all your friends to follow you or you buy followers and they only follow you because they support you, then they don't have engagement with your content naturally. So the Reels algorithm, they push to your followers first, but they don't engage. So they stop getting more tractions. So get organic tractions. I have some content previously that I have some account previously, 0 followers, like a couple followers, because I will still ask like up to 10 friends to follow me because they're my best friends and they will support me and engage with my content. And then it could get like the first couple of videos, I spent a lot of time editing using good camera, and it could get up to 10K organic views with just 10 followers. It's totally possible. The Reels algorithm somehow knows that your videos is high quality, and if you just make shitty content, it knows. So back to the chapter 4. What is content approach? I've been using this term for a lot, and what does this mean? So these are different type of content approach. You might have different definition. It doesn't matter as long as you can categorize different short form videos. That is a content approach. Memes is a content approach. That could also be sub content approach. POV videos, it is also content approach. There's 2 videos that I mentioned in the chapter 3. There's a memes and the other one is a POV video. So you should check that to understand what is memes and video POV videos especially. Daily series means this is some meta or trend lately. Somebody would take their phone and say, this is day 1 of doing something, this is day 2 of doing something, this is day 3 of doing something, and just repeat. People love this, and then it could go viral. This is a type of content approach as well. But content approach can be integrated with each other. Like daily series itself is a meme because it is like very cultural. So there's these kind of content approach that I won't explain anymore. Yep. So then that's just 2 strategies when you are picking or trying to find your best content approach. Because as I mentioned earlier, there's just 20% of the content approach that fits your SaaS. And the first way to find it is immerse in your target audience culture. If you're targeting US people, it is very hard to create something that resonates with them if you're not from there or if you don't know them. So try your best to know about them. And then the second thing is replicate. Like this is 2 strategies. The second strategy is you don't have to be like a US citizen to understand US people's thoughts or understand the culture. If you can copy your competitors, right? Because they supposedly, if they're from US or they know their audience, your audience, they would be making some followers. So see if there's some accounts in your niche. It doesn't have to be your competitors actually. Just some accounts or some page in your niche that target your target audience. For example, if you're making a B2B testimonial collection SaaS, then your target audience might be like indie hackers, right? See what indie hackers like, see what content indie hackers like. Maybe memes that is related to development, maybe. And then see what those pages have, like what videos went viral on those pages. That is strategies 2. And then replicate what went viral for them. So this is what you have to do. Draft a list of 20 accounts that your targets might be looking at, and draft a list of at least 10 content approaches you can think of and test ruthlessly. And a rule of thumb is all reels should be related to your product. Don't make like irrelevant theme page or main page that is just you never talk about your product. That shouldn't be like that. Unless it's a personal brand, but you should still try to plug your product to your personal brand Instagram page. Yep. So that's basically it. Yeah. See you in the next chapter. All right, so chapter 5, in terms of finding content ideas, there's no secret because just like chapter 4, copy, like find what page your competitors is making or what page are your target audience interested in, and then see what went viral for them. That is the easier way. But if you think that you're a creative person, you can still try to think of your own content. That's also what I do. So, but there's like some guide here. Every day, use Instagram as you would. You probably do. If you don't, you gotta use Instagram. And then make an account to imitate your target audience. Follow those people that they would follow, at least 50 accounts. And then every day spend 10 minutes scrolling reels, just scroll. And if there's some viral reels, the reels that you see, 90% of them went viral. 10% is that you are part of the testing, in the process of testing if you can go viral. So for those viral reels, think about how you can use those reels for your product. Got an idea, record them. So I'm going to show you how I do that for Rags. So this is my account. And then I go to reels. And then I'll just scroll. All right, so this one, my target audience, first of all, are people who are looking for self-improvement. They are in like a low stage of their life. They want to get their shit together. So this kind of people are like people who are looking for self-improvement solutions. So this memes, it doesn't directly relate to Rise because it is not targeting or this is not motivational enough for my target audience. But the pattern of this memes, I wouldn't say this is meme, but it's also having the pattern of meme. I didn't really understand these rules actually, but what Rise could do is for example, like my ideal of lifestyle in 2020, and the picture is something that is maybe a shitty lifestyle or like a rich lifestyle, right? Like a rich lifestyle, driving Tesla, or like a flying business class to Dubai, and then I have to do comparison. That's the core of this meme. Then I will do something like my lifestyle in 2024. I am broke as shit, right? I'm broke as shit. I didn't achieve my dream, and show picture of a loser, and boom, then I show rise as the result of the hook, and tell you that if you use rise, you can get back your life together to achieve your ideal lifestyle in 2020. So that could work. If I think this could work, I copy it. I copy this, and then I paste to, I have a page called IG Content Strategies, and I just record a list of ideas, and I just paste there, right? And continue. Like this one, this is totally irrelevant. But, no, that's no but, this is just irrelevant. This is relevant because this is a person who is looking for self-improvement, and he is insanely good. So maybe something I could do is, I could use this as a hook, and then, after this, I just put like, if you want to be like him, use rise. But this is like a very cheesy edit. I won't do this, but this is like some kind of things that you could do. Irrelevant. This is fucking relevant. I do this a lot for my account because this is a meme. This is a caption. This is the whole video. I could use alternative caption for rise. How it feels when me and my bros started the Rise 66 Days Life Reset program together. That's it. I use the same audio, the same picture. I can do it right now actually to show that how this works. I download this reel, right? I download this reel. I download it. I open my CapCut in advance to save time. I open CapCut. Hold on. This is, yeah, download complete. And I open CapCut. Yep. And then I didn't even listen to this reel because I'm using my mic and I can't use Instagram page audio. But I think because it is distributed to me, so that went viral, so I can trust the audio. So get it to here, and then this is lagging. I'm opening too much tabs. But that's the idea. You get it? I would paste a video here, and then I change the caption to fit my product. But that is the content approach of memes. If you're doing memes, then that works. And memes works especially well for B2C products. If you're B2B, sorry, memes probably doesn't fit you, but there's exceptional case again. Dropship.io, they are B2B, and memes suit them a lot. Right, so what I would do here is text, and then default, and I just type how it feels to start a life reset program with my bro, and both failed. Okay, I had to add some joke here to make it funny and people engage to the shorts. And then layout, alignment, background, white, black. This is the text. No, what is this shit? Yeah, this is the text. Hold on, something went wrong. This is the text. Alright, yep. And then 10. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's basically it. And then use Arial bold. That is my go-to font. And that's why there's no reason. You can use other fonts. Yeah, that is it. I will edit it a bit, but it is good to go. Yeah. Hello. So for chapter 6, making your first reels. Funny enough, I already demonstrated how I would make a reels on the last chapter. So get your content idea. Bring some 5 ideas if you are just starting. Pick one. Must be plugging your product, like must be showing your SaaS, unless you're doing a personal brand type of content that is relevant to your niche, but you don't want to plug too early. That is acceptable. But otherwise, plug your SaaS and get a good camera if you're going to shoot your product, your UI POV, especially if it is a mobile app. You have to use a good camera. If it is a web-based app, it is alright to not use a good camera, but still use a good iPhone. And then use CapCut, a free tool and powerful feature. So download CapCut and use that. Learn CapCut maybe on the internet, find a YouTube tutorial. Like 30 minutes, you could learn most of the basics of CapCut. That's it. No secret. make your first reel as soon as possible. If you decided to go to Reels today, then get your all the things sorted out by tomorrow and post your first reel by 2 days later. That's the plan. Hello, so chapter 7 is about your profile setup. This is not very important. This is not very important in terms of the whole picture. You have to test content approach, you have to find out your content approach, and you have to find good content ideas to post. So a profile doesn't really matter, all right? So it doesn't really matter, but this is the part that you can optimize. So the thing that matters in terms of profile setup is your vibe. Your vibe means that what does the person who clicks into your profile feels? Like how do they feel? Do they feel that, okay, your account is cool, I want to follow you? Or do they think that your account is funny, I want to follow you? So there's different kind of vibes. So these are some example accounts that you can check them. You determine the vibe based on your target audience and your market. Like what kind of vibe do you want to deliver to your target audience and what goes well with your product. Only you know best. So you gotta decide that. But chill and goofy type of vibe go viral the best because it is funny, humorous. But yeah, it also depends on if you're B2B SaaS. Not sure if chill and goofy is the way that you want to go. That's like more proper brand positioning side. Yeah, you should also test what vibe works. So for me, the vibe of Rise is kind of between motivation and funny, chill, because I have some content that are serious, and then it's like it isn't funny, but there's also memes. So you can have a mix between different kind of vibes. Just make your own decision. So after locking down the vibe, you have to make your bio, write your bio that is suits the vibe. But there's like just a rule of thumb. Use your tagline and then use your website links as your bio link. That's it. So don't overcomplicate this part. So finally, you have your reels edited and prepared to post. What to do and how to post. Just post. Don't overthink. This is an example. The most viral reels that I made is this Kung Fu Panda meme. I have to sit in my draft for 2 weeks after I edited it. I didn't post it for 2 weeks because I thought it didn't align with my brand. It didn't really align with the vibe that I was testing earlier. I was testing like motivation and serious vibe. So, but I only had like 150 followers back then. I don't have to overthink. So after I posted, it blew up. That's why you don't have to overthink. And post every day until you got your first viral reels. That is the key. And then consistency. And after getting your first viral reels, you don't have to post every day. I suspect that it might negatively affect your short distribution actually because Instagram don't want to show your reels all the time. So you don't have to post every day after you have the first viral one. Viral, the definition is at least 100K views. That is viral. Any less is not viral. If you see your reels getting 0 views somehow, there's some examples. Like some people send me, their views just keep stuck at 0. Instagram is not willing to distribute the shots, probably because your video is too ass. You didn't spend much time in editing it, and maybe you just copy another account's reels and just directly post it without editing anything. So IG somehow knows that. Maybe they have an AI model that screen your reels. I don't know. But so that's where you have to up your editing game. And if you have time, you can make multiple accounts to test different content strategies. I had a lot of content. I had a lot of content strategies tested and a lot of accounts prepared in the beginning, so I can speed up the iteration. So that's also what you should do if you are serious. Chapter 9, the question that we will all want to know: when will it get viral? Will I get viral? No answer. No correct answer to this question. Somehow, someone made it on the first day. Someone never got it. That's the algo risk that I mentioned in chapter 1 or 2. That's algo risk. Somehow you could do perfectly, but the algo doesn't like you. Or your market is just too hard for reels to distribute. So at some point you have to give up. For me, around 10 weeks, I got my first trial reels. Before that, I created 4 accounts, 12 content approach, tested memes, POV videos, and personal brand, and then aesthetic edits, and then animes, stoics, some quotes, etc. Posted almost daily. And I didn't even repurpose to other platforms because TikTok and YouTube Shorts doesn't work well for me, and also TikTok was banned in Hong Kong, so I had to spend so much effort to post on TikTok, and then I didn't repurpose to TikTok. That's the reason. So it's not a must for you to go viral. If you're just focusing on the Reels game, it's enough to get good traction. But it should help if you have time. Okay, final chapter. What can you do more to get viral? After you post your reels and do everything that we mentioned in the previous 9 chapters, the other things is that first, because shorts equals to culture, get enriched culturally. It doesn't mean that you have to read books. Doesn't mean that kind of culture, but it helps. Read books for get like enriched culture it helps, but um, get more exposed to different kind of culture. That's the thing. Understand more on the culture of your target audience, and also critically try to observe the culture that you're exposed to every single day, especially on Instagram. What kind of culture are you being immersed into? And if you can observe that and explain the culture behind, then you have the ability to replicate the culture and transform that into reels that can promote your product. That's the ultimate goal. And be patient. Also explore other channels. Don't just rely on reels because it takes a lot of time to get the breakthrough point. So yeah, that's that you have diverse your risk. An engagement group, which means there are some people who invite you to like let's like each other's posts. That might work in the beginning. At least for me, it didn't work out. But I was invited to some engagement group in the motivation niche in Instagram because Rise was in that niche in the beginning and also right now, and they would just like each other's posts, but none of our posts really gone viral. So somehow my meme gone viral, so it's not really related to the engagement group. You can also try Real Boost. I tried it and spent like I think $20 on it in the beginning. It didn't help me on getting the meme viral, but that could help me in terms of like the algorithm knows that I am serious about doing Reels. I don't know if that matters. So it could help, but don't spend too much on it. Like beyond $50, that's too much because Reels the best thing about Reels is organic. You don't want to pay on Reels unless you're doing meta ads. Meta ads is another strategy, so don't spend too much money. That's it. Yeah, that is the end of this course. I will also have a bonus here to talk about how to do sponsor Reels. Um, and then yeah, that's it. Just basically, if you enjoy this course, let me know. Send me a message on X if you have finished this course. I'll be very happy to chat and see if anything that I could share more on. And then yeah, check out my latest project as well, Marketing AI. And then we are launching on Product Hunt soon, so I would appreciate your help if you can upload us like later. And then yeah, join our waitlist here if you're interested in it. Yeah, peace. Oops.